Hi Libra, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. Just give me a little minute to organise my focus, particularly on your energy. So give me an additional guidance card for the lovely sign of Libra, and then I'll shuffle the rest of the deck. One card, please. Oh, you got the happy card. So let's hope, Libra. I mean, the happy card speaks for itself. I think sometimes it can represent happiness for no reason. Happiness for no reason is very similar to the Fool card. It's that state of being before the world puts its shadows on us, yeah? The world sort of oppresses us and puts its difficulties on us. But I am hoping this card means that there's some sort of resolution going on, Libra. Definitely your readings have been changing, and I'm really hoping that's showing up in your life, okay? So please give me clear-cut messages for the sign of Libra so they can navigate their week. One more shuffle for some reason. The cards seem to have a lot of energy behind them. Sometimes cards only need one shuffle and you just know they're ready, and other times we don't. So 9 of Wands behind you, okay. Back to the energy of boundaries. Boundaries are not a negative, remember. We seem to have been doing this story for quite a long time. The gift is a chariot. Beautiful. The chariot is always a vehicle. So there's going to be some sort of movement here, okay? The challenge is a 3 of Wands. So that's already an opposition. It's like, why? The 3 of Wands is that waiting, always a waiting energy, especially when it shows up as a challenge. But already we've got a picture of the gift and the challenge being in a little bit of a conflict here. Yeah, 7 of Swords, other people's energy. 7 of Swords is a shadow card. It talks about things not being fully out in the light. So when they come to the light, they come to cards like the Sun card, the Aces. And 7 of Swords is a shadow card. Shall I stay or shall I go? Something is not being resolved, and this is how other people's energies are for you. It's traditionally a card, a lot of readers class it as a lot of sneakiness potentially. I don't always read it that way. I more see it as a shadow card. Something not being fully resolved in the people that you're dealing with, Libra. That can be regarded as sneaky, or it can be regarded as the change process, depending on how you perceive it, okay? Underneath the chariot is the 6 of Cups. So the central pillar of your reading is very, very sweet, potentially. The 6 of Cups is a card of hitting the sweet spot. Its traditional meaning is reconciliation. But because you got the happy card, I can't help feeling that might be a reconciliation with your joy, potentially. Hitting that sweet spot, you know, feeling okay to be alive. But there's this very interesting energy going on here. Then you get the 5 of Wands. Don't worry about the 5 of Wands. It's Saturn and Leo. So what that means is there's this energy of it going forward. The engine's on. But maybe it's a little bit of a stress about how you go forward. Clarify the 5 of Wands, please, for Libra. I'm one of these people who don't dislike the 5 of Wands because it's what creates change. And there's got to be some change in this dynamic, especially that 7 of Swords, by the way. It's sort of something being held down here. Something being held back. And I cannot help feeling it's about relationship energy. Give me another card for after this Five of Wands. Okay, you get the wheel. So the wheel is always about a clock. Yeah, so the clock is obviously things like astrology. It's obviously got, some people love the wheel. Sometimes it's got a frustrating message because we're always in a sense of, when will that clock turn? It's like, when will the key and the lock fit together? That sort of energy. But what creates change in our lives is the Tower card, a couple of the Knights, and definitely the Five of Wands, by the way. This might be playing out in your relationship dynamics because of that Seven of Swords. It's like something is not being spoken about here. Tell me more about this, and I think that's where the challenge is. Tell me why this Seven of Swords is showing up. Seven of Swords with the Death card. So the Death card is obviously Scorpio. But there's a very interesting vibe going on here. So this is obviously playing out in how people are showing up for you. There's almost an energy, there's something that ain't been spoken about here, Libra, that's not, and it exists in this grey zone. So when something exists in the grey zone, it's an unspoken quality. What can Libra do about this energy? One card, but what Libra can do. Okay, you can do the Eight of Wands. So you can try and put out, Eight of Wands is a card. Classic example of the Eight of Wands would be if you're looking for a job and you put out, say, 10 CVs and you have to wait for a little bit. You have to wait for to hear feedback, which is a Three of Wands, is a challenge. But this is what you can do to move this shadowy energy. And I don't particularly like it. I'm not getting a bad energy or anything, but I don't really like Libra being around shadowy energy, unspoken energy, because of your sign, you've got an incredible need for balance, for resonance, for things to be straightforward. And yeah, there's someone not being straightforward here. But what's going on? Okay, and maybe that's why you've got the Nine of Wands behind you, that you've had to sort of protect yourself or guard yourself a little bit from this energy. I would definitely guard myself a little bit from this energy, because really, when you're a true Libra, you need to be in relationship with someone who's willing to turn up as an equal in that relationship. Anyhow, breath, breathe. I love this energy. This is some sort of reconnection with some, what's this about? Clarify this lovely energy, please. So I'm regarding this as getting what you want. Something to do with the Chariot card, which is Cancer, which is about the home, family, moving forward. Now, the Star card is showing up with it, which is always about faith. Openness again. Loads of irony here, because the Star card is about transparency. And Six of Cups and the Chariot card is about reconnection and forward motion. But this strange energy is still showing up in your relationships. I almost feel some Libras have been going through something here, some sort of dynamic that's not coming fully to resolution. But the strange irony is the central reading is you're becoming lighter, you're becoming more, and sometimes that's what happens. The more lighter we become, the more we see other people's energies, the more we see or become unwilling to tolerate grey areas, because there's something grey going on here in your relationships. Anyhow, the outcome is the Five of Wands. Do not get stressed out about the Five of Wands. Sometimes we get stressed for the Five of Wands when we're resisting something. So you're resisting, probably what we tend to resist just about always is change. Yeah. A Five of Wands can also be a card of my head's going in one direction and my heart's going in the opposite direction. So we become in this state of dissonance, but the wheel would tell me that something's about to click here. And I think the solution with this energy is to tune into your central cards. Sometimes when other people are not being straightforward or are not moving forward to the solution, is because they are resisting change, okay? We don't have to mirror them. And maybe that's how where you can sort of unhook from that dynamic. We don't have to mirror them. We can be our own individual self. Remember, opposition sign is Aries. It's what you have to be working with. For some of you, there's a reconnection going on with Aquarius, Cancer, that sort of energy. But there might be a possibility that whoever you're reconnecting with is still not fully, they're still going through something, Libra. They're going through some sort of death process, some sort of, and they're a little bit stuck in the analysis paralysis. Shall I go forward? Shall I go back? And they're staying sort of stuck here. So obviously some of you might be dealing with someone who's not completed a process. For yous that are doing that, take a deep breath. Allow as much as possible for them to complete their process, but you stay very, very much in that sweet spot, Libra, because you deserve it, basically. And once we realise we deserve to be happy, we're no longer controlled by other people's dynamics, and then we are free. Loads of love, Libra. I'll speak to you next week. Bye.